All right, guys, welcome back to another episode. So this is going to be a Shotgun Showdown. So we're going to be reviewing all the top guns as far as shotguns go in the game. These are for in-game items. So we have the Cryostorm C1, the Breacher 730, the Scourge Shot 10, Commander 10, Dawn Striker, Cyclone, and the Claw Shot. So we're going to be reviewing all of these in the Wastelands at P13. I did download an EXP tracker, and I will show you guys how to get that at the end of the video. I've never used this before. It is on the forums and the general discussions near the bottom of the page. But this should help us get an actual reading on how we're doing. And I did bring some repair kits, some health, ammo, and again, we might die. It's the Wastelands, that happens. But this is where we're going to test this out to put the debate to an end finally, right? What is the best shotgun? So if you watched my last review on the C1, and again, this is all my opinion, guys. So the C1, to me, is the overall best shotgun in the game, but we're about to test that method. So we're going to see if that actually holds up. So what we'll do is we'll go through each gun, and we'll just grind for X amount of time, and see what the average EXP was, and then we'll kind of mark that down. And actually, I should get a pen and paper, so hang on one second. All right, I got my pen and paper. So now we're ready to actually write down the stats of how this goes. So, and then again, please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. It helps the channels out. It helps me out. Helps Dead Frontier out. Just hit that subscribe button if you guys haven't. Please, if you guys are watching these videos, I really need your support. And leave comments, guys. If you guys want to see more videos, I need ideas. I need suggestions. If you're debating on buying an item, let me know what it is. I'll do a review. Anything I can do to help you guys. I enjoy doing this stuff. That's what I want to do. And all the videos that you guys have seen have rather been me just thinking of things or a comment that I've read. So, again, we're doing a good job. But if you guys have any items you want to see, you just tell me and I will get you the content. I'll give you my honest opinion. And that's all I can do, right? So, again, I really need your feedback, and post in the comments if you like this, and I'll do more videos like this. So let's get into this. So again, we're going to start off with the Cryostorm, and we're going to move to the Breacher. All right, Cryostorm, we all know the story with it. 16 rounds, slow reload, average attack speed, average accuracy, 0 crit, 597 damage with 124 reloading. And again, it does freeze enemies and has 50% PvE armor penetration. So if you haven't watched my video on that, please check out the Cryostorm video. And we are here at the Wasteland. So we're going to jump into this. And I probably won't talk a ton while I'm grinding, because honestly, I don't want to die. If I die, it's not that big a deal. But I'd rather not die. And we're just going to go down a couple blocks, you know, maybe like 3 blocks or something like that, just to make sure we get the aggro we need, which if you've been in the Wastelands, you know what that looks like. Complete chaos. But I'm excited to see this. I think this is going to be a good video. Shotgun Showdown. I don't know how you can go wrong with that, right? So a lot of different shotguns to review. And again, these are the best of the best. And what damage booster... Oh, sorry, guys. Hold on. What damage boost are we working with here? It's hard to read this, so Clayton, if you're seeing this, can you make, I don't know if it's possible, but our damage boost over here, is there a way to make it larger? I've even had people in my comments ask if we could make that larger, and I don't think there's a way right now, but maybe if there's something you can do. So right now I have a 9.5% damage boost. So this would be like someone that's never played before coming down to the Wastelands, right, and using these shotguns. So we're going to start out like that. Maybe we have a gun here that would be great for a beginner to just get into the Wasteland. This don't count. I'm just trying to put some space between me and them. All right. We can do this block. Let's go down here. Okay, looks like we're beginning. So it is 12:16. As you can see the timer on the very top left. It'll take me a second to kind of get a pattern going here. So when you're in the Wastelands, you kind of want to get an area you're familiar with, and then just start grinding until you, you get in a comfortable position. And for the ones that have done this, you know what I mean. It takes a minute to kind of get into the groove. I'd say the beginning is the most risky part because, again, you're dealing with a lot of aggro from all angles until you get it situated. And we're just down here grinding. That's all we're doing. All we want to do is kill. The more damage we do, the better. The Cryostorm, I know I'm not struggling to keep them back. I think the exploding is helping. Slows them, obviously. We're at 57 mil EXP an hour, 56.9. And again, we'll just do this for a few minutes. You know, is it going to be perfect aggro every time? No. You know, are there better people to grind? Yes, I'm not the best grinder. Some of you guys are really crazy with it, I know. But again, we're testing this, right? So the scenario is going to be the same for each item I do. You know, even if I'm a shitty grinder, it's going to be the same shitty grinder running the same test. So and again, I don't have any grinding gear on, right? This is just basic 9% damage boost, which you guys know is absolutely, that's nothing. You should be having like 150 at least. So I would say we're at 53 now. So 56. So I'd say this is going to do between 55 and 60 million EXP an hour with this build that I have. Actually, you know what? I have this in my inventory. Let's just switch to the Breacher 730. And again, I didn't have any issues with controlling the aggro. All right, let's see what this bad boy can do. This is the Breacher 730, guys. And what we'll do is when we get done, we'll go through all of the stats of the weapons. Now, I can definitely tell that the stunning with the cold was doing a lot of, maybe not knockback, but stopping them, if you guys can tell. Like we're doing damage. 44. 30 or 44, 49. Ouch. It's all right. And again, we're going to get hit. That's okay. I'm kind of looking at the top too. Kind of see what. 50. So guys, I see a difference right here. I don't know about you guys. I mean, I'm still not struggling. It's doing a good job, but I know there's fire immunes here. 53. So I would say you're going to get 48 to 55. Let's try this again. Let's switch back to the... just so you guys can kind of really see the difference here. And I think you guys can see the knockback difference, right? It may not be knockback. It might just be the freezing effect. But whatever it is, it works, right? So I would say as far as safe goes, you know, you're going to be safer with this shotgun over the Breacher. And we already know what the EXP looked like. 55, well, 50 to 55 maybe even 60 if you're having a good run at it. Yeah, 59. So yeah, so guys, and again, everybody's going to have different implants and things like that they're going to use. But that's clearly the winner here. So let's reset. All right, guys. So the Breacher 730. Nope, didn't cut it. So it's out of the running. We're gonna go with let's do let's see here. Let's do the Dawn Striker. All right, and we're gonna do the Scourge. So I've heard a lot about that. Now the Scourge, I've heard isn't as strong, but I've heard the crowd control is amazing, and I've never used it. So I got these for the video, and we'll see how these two compare. All right, guys, you ready? So let me see if I can reset this EXP thing. Don't think so. Let me take a drink of my drink. All right. Well, I guess here goes nothing. So we'll start out with the Striker. Shoots way faster, if you guys can't tell. And again, it's got to beat, I would say it's got to be past, it's got to hit at least 55, 59 to be in the ballpark. I think that the fast shooting and you know, it holds 900 rounds. So I think that the reload is going to help because I won't have to reload at all. But I still feel safer with the C1. That crowd control was so nice with the freezing. And what we're going to do is we're just going to keep shooting and watching that EXP an hour up there. Or average EXP, I should say. $53. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Let's see what the next update looks like. I felt like with the C1 that I couldn't get a horde like this that stayed with me. I don't know if that's because it was bad luck or if I was just killing them. $53.6. I feel like it's more consistent with this, though. Let's see what the next update says. Again, I don't feel safe. $54. Okay, let's switch back now. Let's go to this. What is this? This is Scourge shot. So again, it's not as strong, but I heard the knockback's good. Which you can actually see that. Look at that. You can see the stun. So definitely Scourge shot. Stun-wise, yeah, you can see that. Look at that knockback. So I feel a little safer. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, look at that, guys. They're not all over me. So I would say right now the C1's winning. We'll see how much damage we can get with this thing. I don't expect to be up in the 50s. But I can tell you this. I could grind down here with this, right? $38. Yeah, when I have to wait on them, I know that it's working. You know what I mean? When I have to slow down to let them catch up. So there's a 40K-er. And you know what, man? Realistically, 40K to 53K for a Dawn. Or 53 million, I should say. That's, I mean, it is a big difference, but it's not a big difference, if that makes sense. Now, obviously, that would probably scale with damage implants. But look at this knockback. This is crazy. Let's see what it updates to next, because I feel like we have a good run going on here. $37. So, okay, we can switch. So 37 to 43, 37 to 40 million. And actually, here, let me write this down real quick. Hang on, guys. Let me pause this. All right, I'm just writing down what I did. So what I did is I put 55 for the C1. Now, I know it said 59, but we're going with average here. And like Dawn, I put 50. I know it said 53, but we're going to go with average. And Scourge, I put 43 because that was what it did. So we got those contenders out of the way. Let's see. Let's do the Commander 10 and the Cyclone. So let's check out these two bad boys. All right, so let's start off with this Cyclone. If you haven't used the Cyclone I think is the funnest. It's like a machine gun shotgun. This thing is just insane. So EXP an hour, let's see what we can get this bad boy up to. And again, if you guys had like grinding implants, obviously you're going to kill things way faster than me. But I just went off of bare bones, base. Let's just see what these can do. There's always going to be different scenarios where one thing that might perform better with X amount or whatever. But this is just bare bones, raw deal. Here's what it is. So 16 million, which is terrible, but that probably wasn't an accurate round. Let's just keep going here because I don't believe that for a second. I mean, it's possible, but I don't believe that. $53, there you go. Let's keep going. And again, I know some of it's my fault because I'm not the best grinder. But again, it's the same experiment with the same person, right? $53.6, $56.9. So you're at 57 million, guys. Why am I hearing some weird ass music? That's odd. I gotta pause this. I can't deal with this shit. Oh god. Okay, I gotta fix this music. I don't know what this is. Why did it change? That was weird. Sorry about that. Okay. Get back to this. So, 56 million. But let's see. Let's go back to... I want to do one more round with this because I'm not 100% sold yet. I want to do a little bit more testing. That music just completely messed up my vibe there. Whatever they were saying. By my side. Alright. So 49. I feel like it's almost easier to grind with this because the enemies... The knockback's pretty good. And you can still... You don't have trouble finding them. I feel like for some reason the C1, maybe they just die and then there's just nothing there anymore. I'm not really certain. The next update should give us a good number to go off of. I know we've seen 50s a couple times. That update was messed up because of me pausing to put off that weird music. $55. Okay. So 55, I'm going to say 55 million for that. And we're going to switch to the Commander 10. So here's the Commander 10. Pretty smooth so far, guys. And again, if you haven't been down to the Wastelands, the key to the Wastelands is just make sure you have speed, guys. Just make sure you have speed. That's all you got to do. So 42 million, but again, the first update's always kind of a mess. Commander 10, let's see what you're going to be, buddy. 44. We'll get one more update out of you. I don't expect it to be as good as the others. Maybe it will be, I don't know. $48. Okay, so we're going to say 47 on average. Wasn't a very high 48, so let's write this down here. So the Cyclone, we put 55. And what's this one called? This is the Commander. Commander 46. So we got those done. Let's see what's next here. We have the Claw Shot. We did the Scourge, we did the Cryo, we did the Dawn, and we did the Breacher, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I feel like I'm missing one. Oh, and the Commander. So we did the C1, the Dawn, the Scourge, the Cyclone, the Commander. And we have to do the Claw Shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I should have 7. Hold on. I think I'm losing my mind, guys. All right. We did. Let me do it this way. Where's the C1? We did the C1. Oh, come on. Really? I gotta open it back up. All right. So, we did the C1. We did the Dawn. We did the Breacher. That's what it is. I didn't write down the Breacher on my list. So we'll have to look back at the Breacher. And then we did the Scourge and we did the Cyclone. So let's look back at the Claw Shot because we haven't done that yet. And we're going to look at the Breacher one more time. I apologize. All right, so we'll start out with the Claw Shot. And again, I don't expect a lot out of this weapon. This is just something else, another shotgun that could be used down here. So we're just looking to see, you know, how well can it perform down here. And again, please, if you guys haven't, hit that subscribe button. And again, put in the comments if you guys have some weapons or armors or items that you want to see. Just tell me, guys. I need you guys to tell me what you want to look at, and I will get it to you. Again, this is what I like to do. You know, before I was, you know, playing Dead Frontier to level and just do whatever, and I've kind of gotten, you know, a max level. I got all the gear I could possibly want. At this point, really, I think content creation is where I want to go. And, you know, that's great. I'm doing, you know, I'm putting content out there, but I need you guys to help me out and tell me what would help you out. You know, what kind of things do you want to see? So again, in the comments, just put your thoughts. And we were at, I don't know if that's correct, but 55 for the Claw Shot? Is it that good? I would not expect the Claw Shot to do 55. But again, I'm not familiar with it, so maybe it is that good. The knockback's good. I really like the Claw Shot, to be honest. 52. Let's do another update. Let's see what this one says. $53.9. So we'll say 53 million. Let me pause this. So the Claw Shot, 53 million. All right, so we got the Claw Shot down at 53. We're gonna do the Breacher again because I'm dumb and I forgot what the number was. So I think it was 50. But we're going to give it another go. Now that I've been grinding for a minute and kind of have a routine, I think it's honestly fair to redo this one and actually probably redo the C1. Because I kind of got a pattern down of where I'm running, if you've noticed. Now remember, the first update's not going to be an actual good reading. 46. Alright, so the next one should be halfway decent, or at least a more true reading. .48. I mean, we'll do one more, guys, but I don't think the Breacher is going to do very well down here. And that could be very well to the fire resistant, right? If there's any fire resist zombies, they're going to take less damage, and that's going to impact the score of the Breacher. So this is kind of a shocker to me. I was expecting the claw shot to be crap. I don't even know much about it, so it could be a crappy item that just does very well, underrated. But I thought the Breacher and the C1 would be neck and neck, but I don't think that's going to be the case, guys. 48-1. Waiting on this next update here to give me my final number. So we're going to put it at 47. Let's go ahead and stop this. Okay. Let me write this down. All right. Now, to end this battle, what we're going to do, we're going to retry the Cryostorm, and we're going to verse it versus the Cyclone, because looking at my paper here, here's what we have. From my first reporting, I put the C1 at 55, and I put the Cyclone at 55, and then the next was the Claw. So that kind of gives you guys an idea. So let's, where's the Claw? I really like the Claw shot, believe it or not. All right. Here we go, guys. This is the C1 we're going to start out with. Oh, shit. I got my, I'm out of whack, guys. Remember, the first one will be kind of crap. And see, I don't like how the enemies get stuck back with this. I would say that's probably the downfall, is because I feel like there's not a horde. I know there is. It's almost clears too good, to be honest with you. I mean, look at this. Ow, that hurt. I think it makes it harder to grind. Alright, now we should be starting to get some real data on it. But yeah, I think it's almost too good. I think it doesn't have, the enemies don't have time to respawn or get to me or whatever, if that makes sense. 56. I mean, right off the rip, guys. I mean, yeah. And as far as safety goes, I think I feel the safest with this. Like I said, it's almost too easy. The freezing, the knockback not per se, but the freezing is just so, it works so good down here. I can't even imagine if I had all my boosts on. Ouch. 58. Yeah, dude, this is going to take the win. We'll do one more update, but guys, I told you, man, that C1, this gun is no joke. I tried to give you guys benefit of the doubt. I came down here with it all. But C1 showed up, man. It took the win and went home. It said, don't call me back. The C1 is just insane. If you did not get one, guys, look at that, 57. It's game over. Here, let's switch to the Cyclone real quick. If you guys have not picked up the C1 from the credit shop, you're crazy. You are absolutely crazy. Go buy the C1 now, I'm telling you. You didn't buy me when I talked about the Mag Storm. You didn't buy it. You guys are going to miss out. It's the Mag Storm of shotguns. The Cyclone's not bad either. But look at that. Damage already dropped. Now, again, it's the first time, so it always drops a little bit. Let's give it another chance. But, I mean, you're going to hit 58 million with the C1 and no 9% damage buffs. Come on. That is insane. Let's see what this next update is. $53. So yeah. Now let's try this. This is the claw shot. This is our final round, guys. The Shotgun Showdown. I do like the knockback on the claw shot. Unlike the C1, like I don't feel like they just get incinerated. You know, they don't just blow up instantly and you can't find a horde. It takes a couple shots to kill them, which is actually okay. Oh my gosh, I'm getting pixel. I've seen that. It was, I don't know what that was. So, again, yeah. So I think it's going to go Cryo, or I'm sorry, not Cryo, C1, Cyclone, and then the Claw Shot. Again, the Scourge did really well. It's just not the same tier, and it's also not the same price. So I think that goes hand in hand with what, you know, that states what it is. Last update for this. 52. So anyways, let's stop this real quick. All right. So, looking at my notes here. The C1, 55, and that's low end. That's the low end. The Dawn was 50. Cyclone was 55, which it wasn't. We're going to fix this. The C1, we're just going to put it at 58. We're going to put the Cyclone at 53. And we're going to put the Claw at 50. I think that's more accurate. So anyways, before we quit this, I have a couple other things I want to go over. So let me pause the video because I got to get somewhere. Let me pause this. I'll be right back. All right, so we're back to the video. And if you go to the main page here and go to forums, and then you go to Dead Frontier discussion, and then on the first page, you're going to see, where is it at here? New release EXP and hour tracker. So this is where you find this EXP tracker that's up here. You're going to see EXP hour tracker release, blah, blah, blah. It goes through and tells you exactly how to install this. It is made by Gaslight God, so big shout out to you, man. This helped me actually make this video. Is way easier than me guessing, so thank you very much for that. So if you guys want to check that out, that now you know how to get it. And again, thank you guys for watching. The winner, as we know, is the Cryostorm C1 shotgun. So again, it is now in the credit shop for 1,000 credits. Best shotgun in the game, best at Southeast Zone, best at grinding, best knockback, best everything, man. This gun, I mean, it's just amazing. It is an amazing gun. So if you guys want, get it now, or you can get it later for 300 million. You guys can pick. But this shotgun is it. Again, thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. I really did enjoy it myself. And again, I remember those tests were done with 9% damage boost. So pretty wild to see that. So first place First place was the C1. Second place was the Cyclone. Third place was the Claw and the Dawn. They kind of tied there. And then we go down to the Commander. Or actually, we go down to the Breacher, Commander, and then the Scourge. So, and while we're here, let's look at this. All right. So let's say you're going to buy the C1. Okay, 1,000 credits, 80 million. So if you pay 80 million, you can have the best shotgun in the game. Let's say you don't want that shotgun and you want the Cyclone. Okay, well you can pay 120 million for second best. All right, well let's say you don't want that and you're going to move on to, oh, let's just say the Claw Shot. Guys, look at this. 69 million. What in the world? The Claw Shot. Yeah, the Claw was doing 50 million compared to 58 for the C1. So, guys, 69 million for a G-Seed Claw Shot. It's definitely, it's not looked at near enough. I did not realize that. So, and then the Dawn was right along with that. And then what do we have left here? We have the Breacher that did worse. And again, I don't know what caused that. I mean, technically, I don't think it should, but that's what we all seen. And we let it update 3 or 4 times. The Breacher, it's 120K, and it does 47 million. The Claw did 50. So that's a big difference, guys. And again, they each have their advantages. You know, Breacher should have better knockback out in the inner city. And then the Scourge. Am I spelling this wrong? I am. Hold on, I'm retarded. Where's Scourge? S-C-O-U-R. Oh my gosh, guys. The Scourge did 43 million, okay? The second best gun was the Cyclone. It did 53. Look at the price of the Scourge. Wow. That's going to go up. I'm telling you right now, that's going to go up. Wow. And then we have, last but not least, the Commander 10, and it did a little bit better. It did a little bit better than the Scourge. It's 28 mil. So no, man, your best bet is to get the if you need money, get the Scourge. Don't be discouraged, get the Scourge. It's a very good gun. It is very underrated. So, yeah, very underrated. So anyway, I hope you guys, I learned a lot from this, to be honest with you guys. So let me know your thoughts on this. You know, I really enjoyed making the video. And again, tell me what you guys want to see. Put in the comments what your thoughts are on this video, what you guys want to see next. And yeah, until next time, guys, please subscribe, like, follow, hit the bell, all that good stuff. And join our Discord. And if you want to become a dedicated member, that link's in the description as well. I appreciate everybody's support. And until next time, guys, stay safe out there. Peace.